Rumi, also known as Jalal ad-Din Muhammad Rumi, was a 13th century Persian poet, Islamic jurist, and theologian. His works, particularly his collection of mystical poetry known as the Masnavi, have had a profound influence on literature, spirituality, and the understanding of the human experience. Rumi's teachings are deeply rooted in Sufism, which is the mystical branch of Islam. Sufism emphasizes the inward journey of the soul towards union with the divine. It focuses on experiencing the presence of God, attaining spiritual enlightenment, and cultivating a deep love and connection with the divine. At the core of Rumi's teachings lies the profound significance of being fully present and embracing the present moment with joy and awareness. It is within the realm of the present that we unlock our spiritual potential and the boundless possibilities of life itself. So with that in mind, let's explore 5 teachings from Maulana Jalal ad-Din Rumi on how to savor and enjoy the present moment. Number 1. Free yourself from the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future. Rumi says, "It's good to leave each day behind like flowing water, free of sadness. Yesterday is gone and its tale told. Today, new seeds are growing." Among the many tales that are narrated about Rumi's life, there's one that captures the essence of enjoying the present moment. One day, a man came to Rumi to cry his sorrows. To enlighten him, Rumi took him to a river to watch the beautiful water flowing. He then told him, "Do you see how the water flows? It doesn't worry about what's behind or what's ahead of it. It simply flows in the present moment, knowing that it will reach its destination." Rumi's story provided a concrete example of the importance of being present in the moment and letting go of things that can take us away from the present. This anecdote, whether it actually happened or not, is a powerful representation of how Rumi alleviated the pain and anxiety of others and his deep spiritual connection to the present moment. His teachings continue to inspire people to embrace the present and let go of worries about the future or regrets from the past. It's possible that you haven't yet achieved the level of success you'd hoped for at this point in your life. Maybe you expected to be a millionaire, a successful doctor, or a renowned public speaker by now. But why let that disappointment affect your day? Instead of dwelling on what hasn't happened yet, focus on what you can do now to achieve your goals in the future. The future is inherently unknown, which can be both a curse and a blessing. It's impossible to predict what it holds, but it may offer greater opportunities than you had ever imagined at the right time. Of course, it's important to hope for a beautiful and prosperous future full of success, but don't become obsessed with it. It's crucial to avoid letting the future take over your present. The present moment is like a free man, and it doesn't like being overshadowed or controlled. So focus on taking action in the present to work towards your goals and let the future unfold naturally. Imagine standing in the midst of a desert, gazing at the magnificent dunes before you. But instead of relishing the beauty of the moment, you're fretting over the possibility of a sandstorm. You're so consumed by the fear of the unknown future that it blinds you to the present. Similarly, dwelling on the past can prevent you from truly living. Imagine the victims of a tornado who are unable to move on from the tragedy. The past is like a storm that's passed, but it's up to us to decide whether we want to remain uprooted or plant ourselves again and grow anew. While it's important to learn from the past and prepare for the future, the present is where we truly exist. It demands our attention, our focus, and our energy. It deserves our love, our life, and our laughter. By being fully present in the moment, we can experience life to the fullest. Don't let the past or the future overshadow the present. Embrace the present, and it will treat you like royalty. Number 2. Quiet your mind. In the words of Rumi, the quieter you become, the more you are able to hear. One day, Rumi was walking with one of his students through a busy market that was jovial and ceremonial. The student, taken by the atmosphere, noticed that Rumi remained quiet, as if there was nothing around him. The student then asked him about his demeanour, and Rumi's answer was one for the ages. He told him that he was listening to something more amazing, which is the sound of the universe. The student, perplexed, asked him about how one can hear the sound of the universe, and Rumi explained, "When we quiet our minds and become still, we can hear the music of the universe. It's always there, but we're usually too busy and distracted to hear it. The quieter we become, the more we're able to hear it." Rumi's teachings remind us that true fulfillment comes from cultivating inner wisdom, compassion, and love, rather than external accomplishments or material possessions. He invites us to explore the depths of our own being and discover the hidden treasures that lie within. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with distractions that make it difficult to connect with the deeper aspects of our lives. Our attention spans have become shorter, and we often feel trapped in a cycle of distraction and disconnection. To apply Rumi's lessons in our modern-day lives, we can start by prioritizing stillness, focus, and calmness. By taking time to cultivate inner peace and mindfulness, we can connect with our true selves and find a sense of purpose. An example of this would be setting aside 10 to 15 minutes each day to practice meditation. During this time, you can focus on your breath and observe your inner thoughts without judgment. By regularly practicing meditation, you can develop a greater sense of self-awareness and become more attuned to the present moment. This can help you to feel more centered and calm, even in the midst of a busy and chaotic day. Similarly, practicing yoga, journaling, or any form of prayer can also help to cultivate mindfulness in your daily life. Rumi's teachings invite us to embark on a profound spiritual journey of self-discovery and union with the divine. By embracing the fullness and richness of our human experience and exploring the depths of our own being, we can discover the true treasures of life and live with greater authenticity and intentionality. Number 3. Embrace the beauty of the present moment. To quote Rumi, "My friend, the Sufi is the son of the present moment. To say tomorrow is not our way." Rumi's life was forever changed by a special person, Shams Tabrizi. Without him, Rumi may not have become the renowned Sufi figure that we know him as today. Shams opened the door of Sufism to Rumi, who was previously known only as a religious scholar. Rumi and Shams had a brotherly relationship that was so strong and spiritual, and the teachings coming out of Shams were so enlightening that Rumi neglected his students and even his family at a certain point, all to spend time absorbing as much teaching as possible from Shams. Today, we look at it as a great time for Rumi to turn into this larger-than-life figure and Sufism pioneer. But at that time, it raised a lot of eyebrows and inspired jealousy and contempt towards Shams. However, although Rumi was aware of that, it didn't stop him from clinging to what he had at that time. He held tightly to his relationship with Shams because, unlike what the external world was thinking about it, Rumi was taken by the present moment and made sure to make the most out of it. Although that could have cost him his family, students, and his reputation tomorrow was not guaranteeing him that he'll have a better quality time, more enlightening teachings, or even a better relationship. And Rumi was right for doing so, because decades after it, people recognized the greatness of Rumi, the Sufist. And centuries later, people are still chanting his name and his poems and feeding into his wisdom. The future often appears to be a trade-off for the present moment. Many people view what they have in their hands as disposable, assuming that the future holds something better. While that may turn out to be true, it's important to remember that the future is unknown and uncertain. We shouldn't sacrifice the present, which is a known quantity in our hands, for a future that we may never witness if our lives are cut short. The secrets of the future should be left to destiny, and we should embrace the beauty of the present moment. Many people believe that they can only do something worthwhile during the weekend when they have ample time to spare. They dismiss the 3 or 4 hours they have after work and fail to realize that they still have time in front of them. But why dismiss the present moment? This misconception can even be applied to a larger scale, where people dismiss years of their lives hoping for the perfect conditions in the future to act. However, they forget that action is rooted in the present. So we must embrace the present and take action now, rather than waiting for an ideal moment that may never come. For example, imagine a scenario where a group of friends is planning a reunion trip. They all share a deep desire to spend quality time together and create lasting memories. However, one friend, Sarah, constantly postpones making any concrete plans for the trip. She believes that the ideal conditions for the reunion will only be present in the future, such as when she has more vacation days or when the group can afford a luxurious destination. As a result, months go by with no progress, and the reunion becomes nothing more than a distant dream. Meanwhile, the other friends, John, Mark and Lisa, realize that they don't want to wait indefinitely for the perfect moment. They decide to take action in the present and make the most of the time that they have. The three of them meet up for a casual dinner after work to discuss the reunion. They spend some time brainstorming ideas, sharing their excitement and making preliminary plans. Mark proposes that they go for a hike on the upcoming weekend to strengthen their bond and reconnect with nature. Lisa suggests organising a video call to catch up with Sarah and make her feel involved in the process. These small actions not only bring joy and anticipation to the present moment, but also keep the momentum going. They remind the group that they don't have to wait for everything to align perfectly before experiencing the beauty of their friendship and the joy of being together. Eventually, Sarah begins to realize that she's been dismissing the present in pursuit of the perfect future conditions. She sees how her friends are enjoying each other's company, embracing the present, and actively working towards their shared goals. Inspired by their actions, Sarah decides to join them in taking small steps towards making the reunion a reality. In the end, the reunion trip does happen. It might not be as extravagant as Sarah initially envisioned, but the memories created and the bonds strengthened far surpass any notion of perfection. The friends learn that the present moment is where the real beauty lies, and by acting now, they're able to fully embrace the wonders of their friendship and create meaningful experiences together. We don't need to spend hours strategizing or planning big moves to enjoy life's beauty. Sometimes a simple walk in the park or a lengthy phone call with a loved one is enough to remind us of the beauty of life. And sometimes a funny movie that makes us laugh out loud can be all it takes to appreciate the world around us. We can also set aside time each day to disconnect from technology and social media and engage in activities that nourish our souls, such as spending time in nature, reading, or spending time with loved ones. The present is a thing of beauty, and by acting today, we can fully embrace its wonders. Number 4. Be fully engaged in your life's experiences. Rumi teaches us to let yourself be silently drawn by the stronger pull of what you love. It will not lead you astray. One day, Rumi was walking with his disciples, unfazed, and then he heard a sound that drew him like a magnet. It was a blacksmith hitting the iron to give birth to his steel creation. That sound, that clash between the hammer and the iron, was like music to Maulana's ears. So he started dancing to it, whirling and going round and round, taken by that music. Everyone kept looking at him. Some were bothered, others were mesmerized, and the blacksmith kept going purposely to not interrupt Rumi's moment of pure joy. Perhaps for someone else, that's just some annoying sound. But for Rumi, that was a call for love, a call to express his inner world and true self, and a door to let his spirituality thrive. In fact, it was in this moment of trance-like Sufist whirling that he gave birth to the famous spiritual dance we know today as the whirling dervish. As human beings, everyone has what they love, what they want to become, and what ignites their love of life. Maybe you're at your best when you find a beautiful spot in the open air at night with the moon over your head, all for you to grab your pen and write the most beautiful poems or deepest thoughts. Maybe someone else is taken away when they're drawing the most abstract pieces of art, even though people wouldn't understand it. The examples are many, but the conclusion is one. Find what catches your breath and makes time stop for you, regardless of what people think. In life, there's surviving, there's living, and there's thriving. And the last one is when you're actually having quality time. It's when you immerse yourself in what you love and live your experiences to the fullest. It's when people need to wake you up while you're awake because your attention was entirely consumed by something you love. So today, even if you haven't yet discovered what truly captivates you and gives meaning to your life, that's perfectly okay. Explore diverse activities, try new experiences, and invest your time in discovering your passions. Through this exploration, you will eventually uncover the right path and the experiences that resonate with your soul. Once you find what you love, immerse yourself in it wholeheartedly and let yourself thrive. Number 5. Cultivate gratitude. In our final quote from Rumi for this video, he says, "Wear gratitude like a cloak, and it will feed every corner of your life." Gratitude is akin to the warm rays of sunlight that grace our faces on a beautiful day. Its essence is unmistakable when encountered in someone's life, and Rumi embodied this deep sense of gratitude. His very presence reflected a profound appreciation for all that he had been blessed with. Despite the adoration and accolades showered upon him, Rumi remained remarkably humble. He found solace and joy in the simplest of things, for his gratitude knew no conditions or limitations. The beauty of Rumi's journey is that becoming renowned, respected, and beloved was not a calculated pursuit. Rather, it was the natural consequence of his deep gratitude and sincere interactions with others. Rumi's gratitude shaped his character, transforming him into an endearing and revered scholar, and later a spiritual leader. It was through his unwavering gratitude that he drew people towards him. He possessed the remarkable ability to make everyone he encountered feel valued and cherished. This genuine expression of gratitude not only endeared him to others, but also allowed him to touch countless lives. Gratitude molded him into an embodiment of love and appreciation, magnetizing people to his teachings and wisdom. Rumi's example teaches us the transformative power of gratitude. When we cultivate gratitude in our lives, it shapes our character, elevates our interactions with others, and draws forth a sense of authenticity that's irresistible. Gratitude has the ability to ignite a profound inner shift, making us more present, loving, and attuned to the blessings that surround us. What you possess today is meant for you, and what you lack is not yet meant to be yours. It's possible to desire more, and perhaps tomorrow you will have more. However, don't let the potential gains of tomorrow overshadow the actual gains of today. It is with today's blessing that you move forward and progress, so embrace and appreciate what you have in the present moment. At times, the challenges of life can lead us to despise our current possessions. For instance, imagine someone earning $150 a day, yet their sole focus is on earning an extra $150. When they receive that initial $150, they may not even acknowledge it. Instead, it becomes a source of irritation, a reminder of their dissatisfaction with their current state. Yet, isn't that very $150 what provides food on their table, a warm shelter and basic necessities? While striving for financial improvement is important, those $150 are sustaining them in the present moment. Conversely, another person might become so wealthy that they dismiss and disregard their possessions, always yearning for more. However, if one fails to appreciate what they have, life may one day present them with a setback, causing them to lose some of their belongings. Only then, in hindsight, will they recognize the importance of what they had and downgrade their desires. Therefore, if you aspire for more tomorrow, go ahead and pursue it. The world is open to you. But until that day dawns, as long as today's sun has not set, be grateful for what you have and view it with tenderness. This sentiment extends beyond material possessions to relationships as well. If you find yourself alone and desire companionship tomorrow, appreciate your solitude today and make the most of your personal time. If you're unemployed and long for work, cherish your free time today and invest it wisely. If you're facing illness today, be grateful for the abilities you still possess. The ability to walk, to think, to eat and drink. Seek things to be grateful for that aren't necessarily visible to the eyes, but are recognized by the soul. Furthermore, practicing gratitude in your daily life can significantly contribute to your overall well-being. Take a few moments each day to write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as a beautiful sunset, a supportive friend, or a delicious meal. By focusing on the positives, you shift your mindset towards appreciation and cultivate a sense of contentment. Moreover, consider writing a gratitude letter to someone once a week. Expressing your gratitude to others not only brings joy to their lives, but also deepens your own sense of appreciation. Reflect on the impact that person has had on your life and share your heartfelt appreciation in a letter. It can be a powerful practice that not only fosters gratitude, but also strengthens relationships and promotes a more positive outlook. In cultivating gratitude, we unlock a profound appreciation for the intangible blessings that envelop us.